In what's being described as one of the most explosive political scandals in recent South African history, leaked audio recordings allegedly capturing secret conversations between several high-ranking ANC officials have surfaced, sending shockwaves through Parliament and leaving the ruling party scrambling for damage control. The recordings, which reportedly exposed discussions of corruption, backdoor deals, and power plays at the highest levels of government, have ignited a national debate about transparency, accountability, and the integrity of those in power. According to early reports, the audio clips allegedly recorded during private strategy meetings earlier this year contain candid exchanges between senior party members discussing the allocation of lucrative government contracts, political appointments, and even potential manipulation of key policy decisions for personal and factional gain. In one of the leaked segments, a prominent official can allegedly be heard saying, "We must protect our people first, the tenders must stay within the family." That single line has already sparked outrage across social media, fueling calls for immediate investigations. Parliament has been thrown into chaos. Opposition parties wasted no time demanding a full inquiry, with some leaders insisting that President Cyril Ramaphosa himself must address the nation. Inside the National Assembly, tempers flared as accusations flew across the floor, some MPs calling the scandal a national embarrassment, others labeling it a political setup meant to destabilize the ANC ahead of 2026 elections. The recordings, however, appear to have hit nerves far deeper than mere political rivalry. Insiders close to the situation suggest that the audio leak might be part of an internal power struggle within the party. Factions long divided by ideology and loyalty may have turned to covert tactics to discredit one another. One source familiar with the party's internal workings told journalists that the leak was no accident but a calculated move by a rival camp looking to expose corruption while simultaneously weakening key figures ahead of upcoming leadership conferences. As investigators scramble to authenticate the recordings, public trust in the ANC continues to erode. Civil society groups and anti-corruption watchdogs have called for swift legal action, warning that failure to act decisively could deepen the perception that corruption is not only tolerated but entrenched within the ruling elite. If these voices are genuine, one prominent activist stated, then South Africans deserve to know who is pulling the strings behind closed doors and why public money keeps disappearing into the pockets of the powerful. Meanwhile, the party's official response has been cautious. A spokesperson for the ANC confirmed awareness of the circulating audio but urged the public to remain calm and await verification. The spokesperson also condemned what they described as a coordinated misinformation campaign intended to smear the party's image. However, this statement did little to calm public outrage, as hashtags like #ANCAudioLeak, #InsideTheScandal, and #CorruptionExposed began trending across X, formerly Twitter, within hours. Political analysts are calling the situation a defining moment for the ANC, one that could shape its public image for years to come. If proven authentic, the recordings could expose the very mechanisms of political manipulation many South Africans have long suspected but never heard in such stark detail. On the other hand, if proven false or edited, the scandal could still shake confidence in the country's democratic institutions and reveal how deep internal sabotage runs within the ruling party. As Parliament prepares for an emergency session to address the fallout, tension remains high in the capital. Behind the scenes, the intelligence community is reportedly tracing the origins of the leak, while legal teams weigh the possibility of criminal charges under state secrecy and anti-corruption laws. For now, the nation watches angry, disillusioned, yet captivated as the story unfolds. One thing is certain, whether the recordings prove real or fabricated, they have opened a Pandora's box that will not easily be closed. The voices echoing through those tapes, real or not, have already altered the political landscape, shaking the corridors of power and forcing a reckoning that even the most seasoned ANC veterans could not have foreseen. South Africa has seen scandals before. But this one feels different, raw, direct, and dangerously close to the truth.